So hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and I am back with another tutorial, and in today's episode I am going to show you how to stick your own logo, texture, video or anything on Element 3D layer, Element 3D object in 3D space, or just stick your logo on 3D object with Element 3D. So it will be fun, and here is my YouTube page. You can subscribe me here and you can watch almost 276, maybe 276 video or here, and all about 277, and these all related to the After Effects, Element 3D, some particles and little bit Cinema 4D, and you can also find here some project files. So also breakdown, so I will divide all this stuff with categories so you can find easily. And here is my Instagram page. You can follow me on here, and here I post my all upcoming works. So enough talking, let's create the this one. So here is a final result, you can see. And I just stick our logo on Element 3D layer, and this is looking good. All right, and I created four different but similar things. So here is one more. Just turn on to half elevation, and let's see this. And here is one more. So pretty cool. And one more is here. One more is here, and just similar to first one. So all right. So you can see here is one more, and here is our, sorry, here is my logo, and this is cool. And the cool thing about the texture, separate texture. So if you go to the separate texture here, so you can change our color, maybe just like let's see yellow of her, all look will be changed little bit deep. All right, so good. So let's see this. All right, so you can see this is pretty much good. So let's try to create all of this. So put all this in a new folder, and let's create a new comp. Call this 1080 by 1080. So we'll call this texture. Fine, and just delete all this one. And in here you can find our logo. Sorry, my logo. So scale down this one little bit like this. Fine, and create one more comp, and we'll call this Element 3D layer. Just change the composition size 90/20. It's good. 30 frame always, and just create a new solid and Element 3D. Just I'm using FX console. You can download it from videocopilot.net, and it is 100% free. So Element 3D layer, go to, and here is the two different way. So in this I just created my own separate these 3D models. You can say models because it is 3D. And so our first example, I will show you how to create how you can create your own. So we will also create one more, and we'll just call this model. I just call this mask. Is good. So this is good. So hit OK, and here I will just add a shape layer. So any shape you want. So in this case, let's try to star. So just delete this one and polygon. And here if we will just increase our mouse middle button, this will create like this. So this shape is good looking. Control Z, and here is a move anchor point and align tool. So middle side and good. So turn it down a little bit like this, and just go the properties of our shape layer, and here is the option called add. So just click here and just select a repeater and increase the number of our repeater, so 20. And don't worry about if it will go out of our layer, we will fix it later. So this is good, and you can also offset this layer, and here is a transform for our repeater, so position, anchor point, so all of this. So this is good, and maybe a little bit good. Control D to duplicate this one, rename one, control D, and just put down here, or you can also do it like this one. So this is looking good, so we'll go with this one. Alright, so this is looking good, so control D, select both and control D, and select all of our control D, and just select all of this and control D. Alright, so this is looking good, and just go, just leave it here and go back to the element 3D layer here, and just select our mask layer, mask composition, and put in our element 3D layer, element 3D composition, and scale down this one, or you can see here if this is cut edges of our composition, so press F4 and just toggle this one, so you can see this is looking good. Move this layer here and just 65, 75, 70. Alright, so now we will just create a mask. So select our mask layer, go to the layer properties, and here we'll choose auto trace, and here is my setting for just creating mask with layers. So just OK, and hide our mask layer, so half duration, and hide our mask layer, and here is our auto trace layer. So maybe some setting is wrong, but this is looking good, so I'm going with this one. So hide this one and go to the element 3D custom layer and custom text and mask, and we will choose the auto trace mask. And one more thing, go back to the texture map, and here is our texture. So create a new solid background, so maybe solid background is like yellow, it's pink, let's try to pink back. So good, element 3D, and just put our texture here and hide this one, element 3D, and customization, custom layers, and custom texture map, and we'll choose our texture, and just go to the scene setup, and the magic will be happen here. So click extrude, and here is our shape. So go to the bevel properties, or just select the object and go down and just optimize mesh, because here is too much segment. And in the, let's try to low. So this is also looking good, so well, low is good. And hide the grid and the bevel properties, expand the edges, or just increase a little bit more, and just decrease the extrusion little bit flat. So this is good, and this is one object, so we can put our texture here. So if you want to add a material like wall metal, so you can just put that material here and choose our logo texture as a illumination. So we can put both textures or both textures in the same material, but in this case I'm going to just choose that one, single one. So just select texture layer, and here you can see our texture. So hit OK. There are two options to just put your logo here. So looking cool. So all done, and just duplicate our model and just drag out of this group and just put this one to group 2. And now we are ready to animate this one. Let's add a new camera to our scene. C on your keyboard. Alright, so this is good. And now go to the animation engine and enable this one. And just add a keyframe on animation 1. I mean here, and put 6 seconds longer and just put 100%. Press N, just right click and trim comp to work area. And now we'll just open the group 1 particle look, and here is the option multi object, so we will enable this one. That's then all of the piece will be moving. And the same thing in group 2. Just you. So here is our, let's see our animation. But this is not looking cool, so what we will do, so we'll just go to the group 1 and put this group 1 object just above, like this one. So now all our piece will become like this. And anytime you want to change the color of texture, so just go here and just add a fill effect and just put this time like this one. And if you're not happy with your animation, so go to the animation engine, and here is some options, so you can also change the radial. So radial is looking good, so animation is start from 2 seconds, so just B. So this is cool, and you can also add a secondary animation. So here is the option, uh, that is dual animation mode. So just radial, put this one is also radial, and here you can change the position like something like inward. So let's see. So this is good, and now let's add a background layer. Put this one is white, make comp size, and just add a gradient, but white is looking good because we need white. So go to the Elemet 3D layer scene setup, and we will create a plane for our multi object. I mean plane for our ambient occlusion or shadow or anything. So just create a new plane here and scale this one like this, and just put this one is group 3, and in the material section we'll apply a matte shadow on the plane material, and just move this one is here. So here is we are in group 3, and just go to the render setting and ambient occlusion, enable this one and red rest. Fine. So let's go to the group 3 and put this plane just below our. Fine. So let's see this one. So this is the way how you can stick your texture or any element 3D layer. So let's bright our object little bit. So there are two options. You can create a embed line, or you can go in scene setup and our material, and here is a option illumination. Just check this one and just increase the. So this is looking good, and you can also create a light and cause shadow, but in this case I don't want. So this is quite a good. And here anytime you want to change the color, so go back to the texture layer and change this one. And anytime you want to change the shape, so go back to the mask layer and just create a different types of shape, and just go in element 3D composition and auto trace that mask layer, and just put this in a custom texture, and you are good to go. So this is good. And if you want to add some, so put this 1.5 and increase the maximum distance 1 foot. Oh, this is too. This is good. And you can also increase the sampling, but for it's good. So and now let's see if we add any video texture, and let's see if we add any texture on here. So here is our intro. So composition setting and 9020 by 1080 at this one, and let's see what's going on here. So just duplicate this one so you can see easily. So you can just reposition our logos, reposition our texture. So this is the idea. That's it. So this is the idea, and this is the thing. So just hide this one and enable this one. So this is good. And one more example, I created a setter wall. So the things are the same. Let me show you setter wall. So what I did, I just created a wall, fractured wall, and this will comes with Elemet 3D. So if you go to the primitives, I mean models, and started pack. So here is a floor fracture. So I did the same thing on this one and just do the same things, and this will be like this one. So, and if you want to go, if you are going to render this one, so make sure if you happy with your look, so that's it. Otherwise you can also color collection, and here is a output option. So make sure this sapling is on, and make sure you enable motion blur. So let me show you. And in the motion blur field, what is the motion blur here? Let's increase the sample 12. Let's see half resolution, half HD with motion blur. So put this one here. Alright, so this is a full animation with motion blur and with some super sampling. So this is it, and thanks for watching my video. Thanks for loving me. I am NPS3D, and keep watching. I will always put some good stuff on YouTube related to Element 3D, After Effects, and some motion graphics, motion design work. So be sure to check out my YouTube page, Instagram page, Twitter page, and Facebook page. So if you have any question, any problem, so put down the comment or just leave a message on my Facebook page. And just thanks for watching, and thanks for watching. Keep working and keep smiling.